What's going on, everyone? We're going to be going over a safe sent out by Blacksmith. So let's get right into it. So first we're going to talk about the size. It's only 1.2 cubic feet, which is pretty small, but it gets the job done. Right now I'm just using it just for ammunition, maybe store an extra pistol, but that's about it. Moving on to one of the most important parts about a safe, which is the locking mechanisms. They give you a plethora of different options. Obviously there's the backup key, which is needed if the power goes out, with the keypad and the biometric sensor for your fingerprint, which is just really nice. If any of the batteries go out, you can use a USB Type-C to power it, which is very nice because our phones, other devices, camera stuff is ran using USB-C, so this is just makes it that much easier. It's made from a 16 gauge alloyed steel, which, I mean, to be totally honest with you, that's great and all, but I could probably get this thing open pretty easy. It's maybe not from the front. The front of it is actually very heavy. When you lift it up, you can actually feel the weight pretty much all in the front. In the door, it's pretty thick. It's got 3 steel bolts that go into the side of the safe, which is very nice. So from the front, probably not, but especially from the back or the rear or even the top or the sides, it's pretty thin. One thing to combat that is the fact that it's got dual sensors inside the safe to alert it of, violent vibrations or someone entering the passcode wrong too many times, and it will let off a god-awful sound. I will tell you that. Going back to the door just really quick, it's actually recessed into the safe, so it's pretty much flush to prevent prying. However, there is still a little bit of a gap in the safe. It's small, but it's still a little. Someone that is really wanting to get into such a tiny little safe, they will get into it eventually. But if they do, they're gonna set off the alarms and, well, kind of get caught. Honestly, just a really quick side note, I think that is awesome. The fact that they know that, there are vulnerabilities of the safe, which I mentioned before, but they have an alarm system that is very sensitive to that. So if anyone does try to exploit those vulnerable spots, it will actually set off the alarm, which is that's great. So you can also bolt this safe down as well using the included screws, which is very nice. But the one thing that really caught my eye is something that most of the time you have to buy extra from Amazon, from online in a store, whatever it may be. This little fireproof little folder, which is very nice. It's included. It's not big. It's not anything crazy, but the fact that you can put important documents, your passport, your whatever in here, and just give it that little bit more protection against a fire is always nice. So overall, we genuinely like the safe. I think it's priced fairly. It's like $169.99 or something like that. If you use our code GUNARMOR40, you're gonna get 40% off on your purchase, which I think that's pretty solid. Honestly, I'm like, we could have made it 50, but we'll settle with 40. I mean, you're coming in right in close to $100. That's just insane, honestly. I would probably pick up one just to have extra ammo in. Again, that's why I'm using it right now. Put some extra ammo in, some billet cells, some of the vintage ammo that we have on the channel that we're not going to shoot much of, we're going to put it in there. Always get some silica packets because you don't want your stuff going bad or getting any moisture in there. It is honestly a pretty solid safe, and if you're looking for something that is budget ended, is not going to break the bank, and is going to protect your stuff, whether it's, important documents, ammunition, small stuff like that, maybe even a few pistols, and you don't have a lot of room in a closet, an office space, and you want to be as discreet as possible, this might be the safe for you. Again, use code GUNARMOR40 to get 40% off, but I mean, there's really not much else to say. It's a safe. We've been working with Blacksmith safes for a while now, and they sent, I think the first collaboration they sent out was the rifle safe, and we didn't keep it because we pretty much destroyed it. Yeah, kind of wish we kept that safe. But we also got the smaller pistol safe, which is honestly really neat. And then they sent out this guy, and so far, I mean, we haven't had any issues with them. The system still works, the locking mechanism works effectively. We've even tried to pry into the other one and no use. Hope you enjoyed the video. Think about subscribing if you learned anything, and we'll see you in the next one.